So how do you learn to play outside lines instantly? Well, you use chromatics in two different ways. Chromatics are basically not the chromatic scale, which is every note on the fretboard, right? Right? That's not the chromatic scale. You could say it is because, that's how you use every other scale. But the chromatic scale is not really a scale. It's a term we use to describe this. Right? So that we go from note to note, from fret to fret like that, because then you can connect notes on the fretboard. You can go from one note to another, and then play all the other notes in between, because the ear expects you to arrive at a place we can call home, right? So if I go, right? So if I have like, right? And the ear accepts all these notes, but if I play them individually, right, they sound absolutely awful. So we can use that. So we can basically, within the minor pentatonic, for instance, we can basically just play all the notes. Pretty simple, right? You got the minor thirds in your minor pentatonic, and you got the whole tone intervals all the way down. Right? So you can incorporate that in your playing. Right? And do all kinds of things with that. So just fill in the blanks basically when you play. But there's another way of using this chromatic idea, and that is to play something, a little line, and then move it up until it fits again. Right? So if I start here in my minor pentatonic, two middle strings, and I just play 4 notes up like this, right, in the 5th and the 7th fret on the D and G string, then I can basically take that up and then move it up. It doesn't quite fit because the next pattern here is the 7th and the 10th and the 7th and the 9th. But I can, do that, right? Or I can just continue until I get to the 12th fret. Right? Or I can just start something else as my first finger hits a new place in the scale. Then, for instance, I could go. And then I play that new pattern there. I can then take this pattern, and that's a new scale note. Right? Right, so with a pretty simple tool here, and if you want to use it in a safe place, then use it just before the chord progression turns around to 1 again. So you have 4 chords on the chord progression and it repeats itself. Just do it on the last dominant chord, you could say, and it will give you that drum-filled sound where, do ba to go, do ba do da do ba da do do. So you fall back in, so you go. So you go. Right, it works really well. But you can do the chromatic anytime in the song. And the reason why that works so well is because in between strings you don't have chromatics. From this note, for instance, in the 8th fret on the B string, to the first note on the E string, there's no chromatics unless you play, right? So you still have the structure, because it's only every other interval within the pentatonic scale or any other scale, if you do it like this, that has chromatics in it. So you can still hear it as the pentatonic scale with chromatics. That's why it works. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and hit the bell icon, and go download the free course here just in the description. See you in one of the videos here on the screen in a second, or somewhere else.